Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, the next bunch of videos, these are going to be quite special because most of the stuff that you're going to see, in fact pretty much all of it, is all from a subscriber to the channel, Ed. And he wants a specific car, he wants it building, and he was curious about all the components and everything that go into it. So he asked if I'd build it for him and do videos like I usually do, but on all the components of his RC. So, big shout out to Ed, and this one is the Hobbywing Quicrun 10BL120 G2, and I have run the older version of this one, which ended up being a cracking ESC. Run it in my XT2, the X-Ray two-wheel drive truggy. Absolutely cracking in that, so I doubt very much that there's going to be any issues with this one. And I think one of the big differences with this, I think you can reverse the motor direction, which I don't think you could on the earlier versions. They were meant as like a budget racing ESC, so when people tried to put them in non-racing RCs, they couldn't reverse the motor direction. That was the issue with this one, mainly because it's censored. So they couldn't just switch the wires over like you could, and there were no motor reverse in the actual settings for it. But let's bring you in for a close-up look and see what we make of this one. So these are around £50 in UK. Really good entry-level ESC. I've not had any trouble with the one I run. We've got 120 amp. They're designed for 1/10. They are censored, so you will need a censored motor to get the to get this set up. But yeah, not a lot on the actual box, but I am always curious with these, as in what you get. I know one of the questions a lot of people ask is, does the sensor cable come with a motor? Does it come with the ESC? Do they have plugs on it? We do get the switch. There is a programming button on the switch, so you are able to program it without a dedicated programmer. It can be a little finicky, and they're not really a waterproof switch or anything like you get on the more expensive ESCs. You do have the two power cables that you will have to solder either a plug on or the little post adapters for the racing batteries. And this is par for course for any that's sort of designated for racing. They don't tend to come with the connectors on. Then you've got your three outputs for your motor, and you've also got the socket for the sensor cable. Now most of these come with no sensor cable, and it is important if you're running a censored motor, your actual cables A, B and C have to be put to A, B and C on the motor. You can't reverse them, else you will get problems. Do have a nice capacitor pack pre-soldered in, and because they've soldered it on the outside of these posts, would make it really easy to swap either at this end, or you could swap the wires if they do get damaged. Now, quite importantly, for the programmer, you do get the overlay with all the relevant settings on for the G2. So if you are going to use one of the LED programmers, you can just stick this on and then program up your speed controller. We do get the Hobbywing stickers, which is nice to see because quite a few of them we don't get. Unfortunately, they're still folding them in half, and it's creasing the stickers. So you would have to try and flatten them out if you're going to use them. We do get a couple of zip ties, which is nice and handy. We get a 3M sticker pad for the actual speed controller, and then we get one for the switch, but it looks like we don't get one for the capacitor pack. So I suppose you could use the switch one for capacitor pack, and the 3M tape doesn't really look big enough for the speed controller, but guessing this is cutbacks on Hobbywing's part. We do get two little bits for each shrink though, just for positive and negative. Not really sure how much use they're going to be because you're going to solder pins on end of them. But the actual speed controller itself does look quite nice. Does say it's censored, 120 amp. We do get a little fan, and it is disconnectable, so you can unplug your fan quite easy. And because they've put a really tall plug on this, it does actually make it far easier than many of the higher end ESCs. But it is a standard fan size, 4 little screws, so nice and easy to change. Do have pretty decent length on the cables as well. So yeah, don't see any issues with that. And after many years of practicing, I can now get Hobbywing ESCs back in their boxes. So let's have a quick look through the instructions and see if we do in fact have reverse as an option in the programming for these speed controllers now. Now a quick run through some specs. So the 10BL120, we have a 120 amp 760 amp boost. So for peak short runs it'll go up to 760 amp. Motor type, it can run censored or sensorless brushless motors. Designed for 1/10 touring, buggy, rally and drift. It's 2S, its motor limit is greater than 4.5 turn. 3S, greater than 10.5 turn. And it does say for a 3650 size motor. Its battery limit, we're looking at 2 to 3S. We do have a switchable BEC on these. So we've got 6 volt or 7.4 volt at 4 amp. The programming port is the actual throttle cable, if you want to program this up. Now we do have a calibration process, which is pretty much same as most of them. So you press and hold the set button, you turn it on, you wait for the ESC to flash, and then release it, and then you've got the pull the throttle, press the button, and the rest of it. So pretty much standard. Yeah, pretty much standard way of programming. Just turn it on with button held down, leave it in center position and tap button and whatnot. So it is all documented. By this point, anybody that's calibrated an ESC will know how to do it. So, running modes. We have forward with brake with reverse, and forward straight into reverse for rock crawlers. Cut-off voltage for your lipos. 2.6 volt a cell, which is pretty low. 2.8, 3 volts, which it's set at. Probably the lowest I'd go is 3 volt. 3.2 and 3.4, so plenty of choice. Punch levels, we have 1 all the way through to 9, and it's currently set at 7. Drag brake, which is set at 0, but you've got 0, 5, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100, so plenty of choice on that. Brake force, we have 25, 50, 75, 100 or disabled. Maximum reverse force, it's currently set at 25, but you've got 25, 50, 75 or 100. Neutral range, should never need to change this on the ESC, but we've got 6, 9 and 12, currently set at 9. Timing boost, so we can go 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28 and 32 degrees of boost. Then we've got turbo timing, so we've got 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28 and 32 again. Your turbo timing is currently set at 0. Boost timing is at 4%. Turbo delay, so how many milliseconds or points of a second go past before the turbo actually kicks in at full throttle. So for turbo delay, you can, which is when you hit full 100% throttle, how long does it take to go to the turbo timing setting? So we can have instant, we can have 0.05 of a second, we can have 0.1, 0.15, 2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 or 1 whole second. It's currently set at 0.2, which should be pretty good for most things if you're racing with it. The BEC voltage is 6 or 7.4 volt, and it's currently set at 6. The motor rotation, which I'm sure is what used to cause people issues with the old one, clockwise or counterclockwise. So that's all set up. We're on counterclockwise to start with, but nice to see we've got the option of reversing it. We do have a whole description of what each one of these settings does, and it's well worth reading through that just to understand it. But your basics are, your boost timing is the advancement of timing on like sub 100% throttle, and then your turbo timing is the advancement of timing once it hits 100% throttle. So They're your two main ones if you're playing around with them settings. Punch setting, it kind of limits the amps on throttle, so if you want it to feel a lot more brutal, put that up to a higher level. If you want it to be more sedate, drop it down. Your voltage cut-off's pretty self-explanatory. Neutral position is just neutral position at throttle, how much gap you need between forward and reverse or forward and brake. So yeah, they're pretty good at explaining what all these things do. So that's the unboxing and first look of the Hobbywing Quicrun 10BL120 G2 sensored or sensorless brushless speed controller. And no doubt in my mind this will be quite a decent one for the price. It is only around £50, so definitely way cheaper than any of the sort of XR10s or XD10 or anything like that. And yeah, I've run one of these and get it a proper battering in the two-wheel drive racing truggy with a 10.5 turn motor on it. No issues whatsoever. So let's wrap this one up. So there you have it, the Hobbywing Quicrun 10BL120 G2 ESC. Quite a nice funky little thing. Around about £50 in UK, as I say. Big thanks to Ed for sending this one over. I'll leave some links in the description below if I can find some. And yeah, thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.